Alphamediaroom, back when they're going, yo, before we even get this started, Eminem, there's no hate, there's no animosity towards you. We're just trying to be objective and create an observation that we gathered for some time and what we have observed through the system of America and what the propaganda was when you originally got signed. So, for anybody watching this video, this is not hate because my best friend is Taylor Swift and I listen to Justin Bieber. So let's get it started.
They call it the racist rap hour tapes.
Black girls and white girls just don't mix because black girls are dumb and white girls are good shit.
And Zeno and Maze announced they would be playing a tape of Eminem rapping racist lyrics.
Black girls. I really don't like. We don't mix.
There was actually more records.
Yeah, where he's saying nigga and all that shit.
Because I don't like that nigga shit.
Calling black people monkeys and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
A lot of the stuff that was on that tape never got out.
They was already trying to sell the tapes way before I even think me and Eminem beat.
We got to make this the same way that you guys have treated Mike Tyson,
It is an insult to the ancestors.
Kobe Bryant,
It is an insult to the race.
O.J. Simpson.
And it is an insult to every black person.
Eminem claimed he had made the tape out of anger, stupidity, and frustration after breaking up with an African-American girlfriend.
Never date a black girl because blacks only want your money. And that shit ain't funny.
Motherfucker, what? That's your consequences? Saying I'm sorry?
I don't care if he's redeemed himself now.
I had a black girlfriend
cheated on me.
who cheated on me, and I was mad.
And if that's who he is, then he has to be held accountable for that.
Them tapes was going to come out one way or the other, regardless if Benzino was in the picture or not.
Straight to the point. Black girls are...
Because that song is what you call individual racism, where one person has an oppressive mentality, feels they're better than another group of people, and has an oppressor's position to say what he said.
That's your question.
You don't think Eminem is one of the best rappers of all time?
According to who?
You, rap fans.
Let me say something to you. And this is going to my African fundamentalism. No non-African can ever be the best of anything African. It is an insult to the ancestors. It is an insult to the race. And it is an insult to every black person. Do you think I could go to Palestine and be the best anything of Palestinian culture? You never see that. You think I could go to Israel and be the best of anything in Israel, whether it be a cook, an instrumentalist, a dancer? Hell no. And we have to stop naming non-African people, Joe.
But I disagree.
Stay with me, though. Let me finish this. We got to stop naming non-African people as being the best of any aspect of our cultural product.
Joe, I think you
because
can.
it is an insult.
We gotta stop
it is an insult.
We can acknowledge that the talent is the
Yes, I can acknowledge Eminem's title.
We should.
But let me tell you.
Go ahead.
For you to put him at the top,
Let me ask you this.
that's white supremacy, bro. That's white supremacy.
What's white culture?
I don't see Eminem building those schools and hospitals.
We gotta
I don't
stop
see
inviting
DJ
people to the
Khaled
cookout.
building those schools and hospitals.
What's the white
I don't see DJ Vlad building no damn supermarkets.
Yo, I'm asking.
Hell no. Ain't no.
There's plenty of points where you can actually point out in hip-hop history where there were propaganda to where they were pushing white artists, especially around the late 90s to early 2000s because of the Biggie and Tupac situation and how the grimy time of hip-hop and the golden era of hip-hop was completely and mostly dominated by African-American males. So when the Eminem propaganda came, it was all about shoving him into the world, into the white market, because they already had Vanilla Ice, or Vanilla Ice was around that time, and Vanilla Ice only had the one hit. They needed to push harder. So their pushing harder agenda was to get someone who they felt like was lyrically able to keep up with the African Americans, right? But also seems to be smarter than them, right? That was their goal from the jump. Eminem's role was to play a white supremacist role in hip hop, was to show that, oh, a white guy can come in and do better than all of you African Americans, and then you all will consider him the GOAT because he can rhyme words. Meanwhile, if you really listen to Eminem lyrics, it's just a bunch of words that rhyme, but no actual context. He's either gay bashing, which is actually not supposed to be allowed in the world, right? These day and age, like half of the stuff Eminem would say, if you bring it to today, 2024, it wouldn't even be allowed on the radios because it was bashing people, it was bashing celebrities, it was bashing his mother, it was bashing everyone. There was literally no context. Hip-hop was made to inform and knowledge about the history of Black people and the Black plight. That was the basis and the originality of where hip-hop and rap stemmed from. It was a message that was supposed to be sent. Kick the knowledge. That was the whole point of rapping. Now, because Eminem came in, it became a whole bunch of jokes and comedy rap, which belittled the actual meaning of rap, which then created a transition of allowing more gangster raps to come in. But the gangster raps now is even more mumbled and even more doesn't make as much sense as the actual raps that Eminem was saying. So it was a clash in terms of what they were trying to promote, right? While dumbing down the African American artists, they promoted a more intellectual rhyme scheme. I read the whole dictionary type of artist, and with blonde hair, right? And then some time went on, and then he got into some cocaine. And then he also got into a whole bunch of rehab to help him get off of that stuff, right? Any other African American artist who went through that situation would have been ridiculed, like Lamar Odom when he was playing basketball for the Los Angeles Lakers, how he got ridiculed his whole entire career. Well, Eminem was allowed to get away with it. Eminem also, as you guys seen in the previous videos that I played, has said racist lines talking about black women, talking about black women as monkeys. And because he was in a failed relationship with an African American woman, he felt he can use his white supremacy and his white privilege to down and destroy the black women, because that's what they do. They be in the culture, and then because they want to get the acceptance, they date in the culture, but they also do that because they want to remain powerful or feel powerful, because you're all going to pander towards them and fight towards them because they are considered the minority in that situation. But in real life, when you're the actual minority, they don't even care about you. So that's, to me, my whole entire sentiment on what I believe Eminem truly is. He's more of a plant, and then he realized that he was a plant later on in his career. That's why his newest albums, his last 3 or 4 albums, the most, so I would say after 2017 or something like that, he's been extremely, extremely conscious, trying to talk about the fact that the racial stipulation, the black plight, like he's been a black plight rapper now, all of a sudden. You see what I'm saying? Because he feels guilty because he knows that he was a propaganda. Now they're trying to push their new propagandas like the Jack Harlows and stuff like that, but we're not really accepting him because he's not even on Eminem's level, right? So this doesn't take away from Eminem's talent lyrically or rap-wise. It's just exposing how he was used and propped up even bigger than what he actually was. This doesn't take away from his talent or his skill. This just shows how white America, he even made a song called White America, and if he was black, he would have sold half. He said these words himself. Eminem knows that he was a puppet. Eminem knows that he was not, that he was pushed to be the greatest rapper of all time and not just a great rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like how LeBron James is being pushed by the media to be the greatest of all time when they're clearly not. You see what I'm saying? And even they themselves, deep down in their hearts, know that they're not. They're being pushed by machines. Eminem was pushed by machines. The white market and suburban markets, and even some black children who are considered weird and stuff like that, likes Eminem. They grew up liking Eminem. This is what goes on. This is how the propaganda started. And because Eminem rapped about the stuff he rapped about, they liked it. But look at all of the Eminem fans that was there at that time, and look at them now. Look at what music they talk about. Look at what's their favorite Eminem songs, right? They're always going to name the same songs. They're never going to name nothing that's new, that's black plight, that's exposing the industry. And that's my sentiment on Eminem.